Yeah, one thing this team does have is depth, so it is a lot easier for us to put guys on the field without losing quality. And we actually had some guy to talk to the team afterwards. We had good players who didn't get on the field. An example, one position where we're very deep is goalkeeper. And we've gone with Danny Alvarado just because obviously he's playing so well. But, that's an example of a position where we could actually have another guy get on, and I don't think we'd take anything off the field in terms of quality, but we were able to substitute a lot. And as we get into A-Sun play and we start playing 2 games in 3 days, we're going to need that. You need to have 16, 17 guys play every game. So that's important. That's sort of what we're all really preparing for here. And PC is a better team than their record indicates. They had a lot of chances tonight, and we either saved it hit us, it hit the post, it hit them. So they certainly had chances. I think they had 7 corner kicks in the first half, and 5 of them ended up in shots on goal. So it was an even match, and 2-0 we'll take it because up and down the field, I think the shots were dead even. So it was a very equal match that we just happened to score 2 and they didn't. Yeah, and Dylan's is a good little player on the ball. When he gets the ball at his foot facing you, he doesn't have great speed. He has adequate speed, but what he really does, he's a tricky player. And including teams like Clemson, he still is able to take players on. And as a coach, I can tell you that is a nightmare. A guy who can dribble players is so difficult to defend because they can break down a team all by themselves. So Dylan has that ability. We have the athleticism with Dave Musambi and Tevin Gage to kind of complement that. So, one thing that I do think we pose more of a threat going forward, and also obviously keeping them from scoring is probably the most important part. Well, outside of Clemson, these will probably be the 2 best teams we've played, and maybe the 2 best teams we play outside of conference. Very good teams. Davidson's been to the Final Four in the past. Appalachian State's been to the NCAA tournament many times. So they are teams that are certainly capable of being in the top 10 in the region. I looked at the top 10 in the region today, and I think 4 of our 15, 16 games for the top 10s in the region are on our schedule. And these are examples of teams, which, again, I say this all the time, Division I men's soccer, Davidson, App State versus a Clemson and a Florida Gulf Coast, or a Furman, who are all in the top 25 teams, I think, and also obviously top 10 in the region. There's just not much difference. Davidson could easily go out tomorrow and beat Furman. App State could easily go out tomorrow and beat Gulf Coast. So there's just no difference between one game and the next. And that's what makes it interesting, or makes it fun, but it also makes it very difficult to, when you look at one-loss records, a lot of times you see teams in the top 10 in the region that have they're 6-6 because there is just no difference from one game to the next. So it'll be a good test.